are they looking for? They led you. I mean, what are they specifically with you that they want to see?
I think they're just looking for a leader and a guy who can really embrace the whole team, and I feel like they care a lot about production as well. I mean, you got to go out there and produce at the end of the day. That's the biggest thing. Production, I would say.
How's that going for you?
I think it's good. I mean, I've gotten so much better since I've been here. I feel like, I mean, it's kind of hard not to get better though when you have such good receivers and such a good old line. And I mean, the coaching is just so next level. It's crazy.
I'm sorry if you already answered this, but what sort of things did the coaching staff tell you after the spring game that you really needed to kind of work on and focus on over the next couple months?
Really just coming in and spending a lot of time on the film room, and really just all that extra effort that goes into being a quarterback at a high level, and just developing, continuing to get better every single day.
Is there anything specific, maybe with footwork or throwing motion or anything like that?
Yeah, no. Just really working hard and coming in and getting better every day. It's the biggest takeaway.
How different do you feel you are as a quarterback from when you stepped on campus at Ohio State until right now?
I feel a lot different, to be honest. I mean, just being with Coach Day over the past like 2 or a year and a half, I guess you could say. I mean, you feel like you develop so much, but I mean, there's still a lot of developing to go. But yeah, I mean, I feel much better as a quarterback than I did when I first got here.
How would you describe like the mental part of it, the understanding of what you want to do, what the defense is trying to do to you? Where were you as a high school quarterback, and where are you now?
I think I'm way better at all that stuff than I was in high school. I mean, you come in, like I said, with great coaches like this. I mean, it's going to be hard not to develop like that.
Everybody says development. What's a specific? Is it footwork? Is it how do you work on the mental side? All those things. What is development?
I think it's everything combined. I mean, it's really a lot of like the mental side. I mean, everybody can throw a football. It's more so, do you know where you're going with the ball? Do you know what the defense is going to do and all that type of stuff, and being comfortable with the playbook.
What about
personal goals you have for yourself during fall camp?
Sorry, what'd you say?
What are some personal goals you have for yourself during this fall camp?
Just to go out every day and just try to get better and grow as a person and grow as a leader on this team.
What does that look like? How do you go about doing that?
Just coming out every day with the same energy and same type of mindset, and not getting tired, not getting exhausted throughout the days, and yeah, coming out every day and trying to get better.
how about throwing the ball? Are you pretty similar as a thrower compared to when you got here? Is there anything that's changed about your motion, or just that you got physically stronger than anything changed? What's the deal there?
Yeah, I would say I've definitely gotten stronger since I've been here, and my throwing motion hasn't changed a whole lot. Maybe just here and there, maybe shortening it up a little bit. That's what I've been working on. Getting quicker, more twitchier, I guess you could say. That's pretty much it.
If you are physically stronger, how does that translate to when you're throwing the ball?
I think it's more so with like fatigue and your shoulder getting tired, for example. Like, I haven't experienced like my shoulder getting tired since I was in high school, because Coach making the strength staff gets us all pretty strong, so no worries there.
What was last season like? It wasn't a normal football season, but at the same time, you're prepared for games each week. I presume you and CJ were splitting the reps and backup. What was that whole experience like for you?
It was a crazy experience for sure. I mean, it was definitely the weirdest football season of my life, but I feel like I grew a lot, learning from Justin every day and learning from Coach Day. It's definitely a really good experience.
If you had, we saw you get out there, score a touchdown early, you didn't get to throw it. Say it would have been a normal season, and you would have gotten a couple series here in the second half, a couple series there. How would that affect where you are now? Like, we talk a lot about that. Hey, these guys didn't get to throw a pass in a real game. Does that matter, or does it not matter?
No, I don't think it matters. I mean, when you come out and you get a ton of reps during practice, I mean, I feel like the game is just like practice, to be honest. It doesn't really change anything.
It's been a wild couple of days. What was your reaction to when you were coming in and just your takeaway on that?
Yeah, we're just focused on the guys that are here right now and focused on fall camp and playing Minnesota week 1.
Do you know when is he here? When does that?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the situation.
You haven't seen him?
No,
Has anybody reached out to him in the quarterback room?
no, I don't, not that I'm aware of. At least I don't know. I don't think we're allowed to. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't got any information on that.
What was your reaction reaction to the news today about the jersey sales and just this first month of NIL?
I think it's awesome, and I think it's great that we're finally moving in a direction where guys can make money off of their own name, image, and likeness. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. It's awesome.
Have you had any opportunities so far?
Yeah,
You're just kind of waiting it out.
I've had a few opportunities, none that are public yet, but pretty soon they will be. So yeah.
Jack, what's it like to be in this competition with 3 guys and it's about to become 4 guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we all push each other every single day, and I think this is how you get the best out of yourself, is being in a competition like this with guys that are just as good as you. And yeah, I think it's how you get better.
In what ways do you feel like the competition is pushing you, is making you better?
I mean, every day there's no room for error, to be honest. I mean, you go out there and you might mess up, and I mean, you're coming off the field and they're putting the other guy in, so every single day you got to be on your game and no room for error.
Do you feel like pressure, like, hey, I've got to win this job now, this might be the only or the best opportunity that I have?
No, not at all. I mean, I feel like obviously my goal is to win the job, but I mean, we're focused on getting better every day and going up there and beating Minnesota week 1.
How has the competition made you better?
I feel like it's really helped me grow as a person. I mean, when you're going up against the same guys every day, I mean, you have to learn to embrace them and treat them as your brother, because they are your teammates, and whatever's best for the team that's what it's going to come down to. So, I mean, at the end of the day, they're your teammates, and you got to embrace them.
What's it like when they're making you better, you're making them better, and you're also competing against them?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I mean, like Coach Day told us in our meeting, and he said you guys are going to want to not like each other, but the most successful teams here, I mean, you guys know the national championship team, you guys used all 3 quarterbacks. So, I mean, yeah, I just think everybody's going to play a role.
How much of a command of the offense do you think you have now? Do you think you have it?
Yeah, I think so far I've learned pretty much the ins and outs of it, and I'm getting pretty comfortable with it. I feel like after last spring I was able to develop a lot and get a lot better.
How long does that take?
It took me probably a whole year to get comfortable with it, be able to feel like I can go out there and actually like know what I'm doing.
So say, could a freshman come in and learn it in 2 weeks?
I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility, but you never know.
Do you know Quinn at all?
No, I don't.
When you say Coach Day talked to you guys in your meeting about like, hey, you're going to want to not like each other, but was that just a quarterback meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that something that coaches need to put out there, just a reminder of like, you're trying all for the same job.
Yeah.
There's going to be competition, but yet your teammates. I would imagine that can be a hard balance, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's that like, and what did they talk to you guys about?
I think it's never really been too hard of a balance for us. I mean, we're all 3 pretty close, and we've always been pretty close. But yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely like something that needs to be discussed and reminded of, that you guys are all teammates. Like, there shouldn't be any bad blood or any like rivalries between quarterbacks.
Jack, you pay attention. Is it okay to have a rivalry on the field, though, the competitiveness?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think you definitely have to have a level of competitiveness on the field for sure. But at the same time, I mean, that is your teammate, and he is on your team, and you got to treat him like that. So.
Yeah, you pay attention to social media. Coming out of the spring game, a lot of people kind of like had a pecking order of CJ, Kyle, and then you and stuff. And I'm just wondering, have you ever been told there's any pecking order? I mean, what's it been like?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't really go on social media a whole lot, so I wouldn't really know. But yeah, in this building though, no, there hasn't been a pecking order.
And how do y'all approach that? I mean, do you feel like y'all are all walking in there, number 1, number 3? How do you
Yeah,
approach it?
we're all walking in there for the same thing. I mean, we all want to start, and we're just trying to get better every day, trying to go beat Minnesota week 1.
Even if you didn't pay attention to any of social media or pecking order or whatever, like, we only have maybe 1 day to evaluate you out of 15. Is that frustrating? I don't think the spring game was probably something you felt like was your best day.
No, of course not. I mean, I wouldn't say it was frustrating, because I know myself. I mean, I know I got way better during the spring and throughout those 15 practices. So for me, I mean, I went out there and I wouldn't call it a bad day, but I mean, it definitely wasn't my best. So, I mean, yeah, but I knew what I had done that spring. So,
I wonder, like, if it was the last one, it was one that most people saw. Like, if as a quarterback, if it stays in your mind, if you thought about it the last couple of months, or if you just thought, you know what, it was one day for you. You just moved on.
I flushed it. I mean, it's gone. I mean, yeah, it's gone.
You guys are all extremely talented, but can you sense when separation's happening? How does that work?
It's hard. I mean, everybody, like I said, everybody is so good at throwing the ball and making the plays. And I think the biggest thing that's going to come down to is who can take control of the team and become a leader.
You guys here, there's another guy coming. We're all big time recruits. We're all in the same age range. Is that nuts? I mean, this is a little crazy to have this much talent in one room.
Yeah, it's a very rare situation, and I mean, it's what you come to Ohio State for, though. At the end of the day, you come here to compete and be in the room with the best guys in the country. So now we're doing it.
Possible to have too much, like splitting reps, just like the intensity of the competition. Is there a thing that's too much of a good thing?
In my opinion, there isn't, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of other people might have theirs. But for me, I like competition, and I like going at it every single day. So it's definitely something I enjoy.
What do you like about Columbus now that you've been here for a while?
To be honest, I actually kind of like the snow. I like the winters. I mean, I never really got to see snow growing up in Arizona, so I actually kind of like it. That's one thing I like.
The idea is that before you guys, it's an Arizona guy, an LA guy, a Philly guy, and a Texas guy. That it's not even anybody from the Midwest, and you're all here, drawn by the same thing, trying to reach the same thing. I don't know. What does that say about maybe quarterbacking at Ohio State, or just what people think of when they think of Ohio State in the quarterback position?
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes about what Coach Day and Coach Dennis have done for this room. I mean, I think this is the place you want to come if you want to be developed by the best quarterback coach in the country, and this is where you come to be a quarterback. To be honest, I think this is turning into one of those universities.
What did you learn from Justin Fields specifically? You said watching him. What was it that impressed you about him?
I would say, I mean, watching him every single day, he comes with the same energy, the same mindset, the same approach to practice every single day, no matter if it's a walkthrough or a Tuesday full padded practice. I mean, he's coming out there to get better, and everybody on the field can sense it. You can just see it. It's really impressive for me to see, because I've never really seen anything like that, to be honest.
Jack, I don't mean this as a comparison to the other two guys, but it's probably unavoidable. What is it you think that you bring that's different or better, or I don't know, your strength that might set you apart in this race?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, we're just focused on Minnesota and getting better every single day, me and these three guys. So yeah.
So what, for you, do you individually, what do you want to get better at this month? Like, if you wrote down the to-do list for Jack.
I would say throughout camp, I really want to focus on getting a full grasp on the playbook and not having to think on the field and just trying to really get comfortable, yeah. I would say just getting more comfortable with the receivers and getting all of our timing down and all that type of stuff.
Can leadership be learned, or is it just something you sort of born with?
I think it's something that you have to practice and get better at every single day. I don't think, obviously, I think guys are born with more of an ability to do it, but yeah, I think practicing leadership is definitely the biggest thing.
How do you do that?
5 more minutes, folks. 5
Yeah,
minutes.
you just get out there and you get comfortable with the guys, and I mean, your voice needs to be heard as a quarterback. I mean, no matter if you like it or not. I mean, I'm more of a quiet guy, so it's definitely a learning curve for me that I've had to experience, is guys hearing your voice. I mean, which is super important in my opinion. I mean, the best quarterbacks are pretty vocal, so.
Are these things that coaches help you with? Have you read books on it? You watch tape on it? When you practice it, is there a learning curve?
Yeah, I would say during quarantine and all that stuff with COVID when I was home, my dad really helped me out a lot with all that stuff. He was definitely one of the biggest voices in that. And then Coach Day is actually the person who told us that leadership has to be practiced. It's not something you can just go out and do, which I mean is very true, because I mean if you come out here and your first day you try to do it, I mean you're not going to be very good at it. So it's something you get better at as you grow up, and yeah.
What was your dad doing? Just speaking in you, just sort of encouraging you, or
Yeah, he just sends me like quotes and videos and stuff like that every single day. I don't know, it's kind of cheesy, but he does it and I like it. It's helped me a lot.
Is it sort of amazing just how much has changed here since you committed a long time ago, but not that long, and a lot of the picture's probably changed in different ways?
What'd you say?
The picture has probably changed in different ways than you expected when you first committed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Like, what is there anything that kind of sticks out at you? Like, I really couldn't have seen that coming, or did you know it's going to be unpredictable? Or?
Yeah, I mean, college football is super unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, you just come in here and trying to get better every single day.
In a month, if you're the guy, how prepared do you think you would be to be Ohio State starting quarterback?
Extremely prepared. I think all three of us are extremely prepared already, and we're just going to keep getting better every single day, and we'll all be ready to go against Minnesota.
How important is it to be hungry in this situation to go after what you want?
Yeah, I think probably arguably one of the most important things is staying hungry every single day, because camp gets pretty long, and if you're not hungry, I mean, it's going to show. Like, everybody's going to know if you're not actually going out there and you don't actually want it. So I think it's super important.
And what have you done in this offseason? What's it take to be ready to be the starting quarterback at Ohio State?
I think just coming in and working out every single day, going as hard as you possibly can, and film sessions, just get in there with the guys and going over the playbook and all that type of stuff, all the stuff that kind of you have to do to be ready.
Yeah, and all you guys would know, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you're almost at the same level right now. So it's a matter of, say you don't get the starting quarterback this year, but next year you prove yourself still. How do you feel about that long-term approach on this rather than just this one-year snapshot?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, you look at guys all across college football, everybody takes a different path to get to where they want, and I think it's super important to just stick the route and focus on the team and focus on what's next and getting better every single day.
What have the conversations been like with Coach Day or Coach Dennis since the news report? Just in terms of, like, who's going to be here at some point, what the room's going to be like then? Have they talked, you said they talked to you guys just about, you're going to compete but don't have bad blood. Have you guys talked specifically about adding you guys?
No, we haven't.
Okay. So I'm going to try to spell this out. We're not trying, you guys are in a tough spot.
Yeah.
What are you, 20?
19.
You're 19. We're not here to be old guys trying to trick you.
Yeah.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of interest. I don't know if they said just don't talk about Quinn, or if it's just better you guys talk about yourself. Don't worry about the other people. Can you share anything about, like, just what your initial reaction was of, like, oh, he's coming? Like, did you have an inkling? Were you surprised? I mean, it's big news. If you don't want to talk about it, that's cool. I don't want to put you on the spot,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to get a little vibe of your general reaction.
Yeah, I mean, we're just focusing on the guys that are here right now and getting better every single day.
More guys. Jack, I'm curious, you mentioned focusing on Minnesota a lot. What have you seen from Minnesota on that defense specifically? Is there anything that's jumped out on tape so far?
Yeah, I think they're super impressive. I mean, they're super deep on the defensive line for sure. It's going to be a good matchup, though, for us. I mean, I feel like we're going to be prepared and ready to go. But, yeah, we're excited for fall camp and excited for that matchup for sure.
This is an obvious question, but for all you quarterbacks, what does it do when you're throwing to Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Jeremy Rucker, Jackson Smith-Jigba, the weapons you guys have around you? What does it mean for these quarterbacks?
I mean, that means everything. We're only as good as they are, to be honest with you. I mean, they make us so much better. And yeah, those guys are awesome. I mean, I've never been in a room with 4 guys like that. I mean, it's crazy. That's why you come to Ohio State.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, guys.
So amazing. Hell, he doesn't know me from before.
I got it.